Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government's financial inclusion policies made crores of people part of formal financial system. Underlines increased tax base as proof of people's faith in government. Conrad K Sangma takes oath as Chief Minister of Meghalaya. Neiphiu Rio sworn in as Nagaland Chief Minister for 5th term. Indian Navy successfully tests medium-range surface-to-air missile from INS Visakhapatnam. Sipra gets Lifetime Achievement Honour in National Photography Awards Ceremony. And in Women's Premier League, Delhi Capitals to clash with UP Warriorz at Navi Mumbai this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the government's policies related to financial inclusion have made crores of people part of the formal financial system. He added that the centre has helped fulfill the dreams of crores of youth by giving mudra loans of over 20 lakh crore rupees, and for the first time over 40 lakh street vendors and small shopkeepers receive help from banks through PM Swanidhi Yojana.
फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन से जुड़ी सरकार की नीतियों ने करोड़ों लोगों को फॉर्मल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम का हिस्सा बना दिया। बिना बैंक गारंटी 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा का मुद्रा लोन सरकार ने ये बहुत बड़ा काम नौजवानों के सपने पूरे करने में सार्थक काम किया है, मदद की है। पीएम स्वनिधि योजना के माध्यम से 40 लाख से ज्यादा रेहड़ी पटरी वाले छोटे दुकानदारों को पहली बार बैंकों से मदद मिलनी संभव हुई है।
Mr. Modi stated this while addressing the post-budget webinar on enhancing efficiency of the financial services for creating growth opportunities. The Prime Minister highlighted the changes in financial discipline, transparency and inclusive approach and noted that the question mark at the beginning and end of the discussion has been replaced by trust and expectations. He asserted that today India has been called the bright spot of the global economy. The Prime Minister emphasized that as today's India is moving with new capabilities, the responsibility of those in the financial world of India has increased. He also called upon the private sector of the country to increase the investment just like the government so that the country gets maximum benefit from it. Talking about the tax, Mr. Modi said the tax burden has come down significantly in India due to GST, reduction in income tax and corporate tax, which has resulted in better tax collection. He underlined that the increase in tax base is proof that people have faith in the government and they believe that the tax paid is being spent for public good. The Prime Minister noted that platforms developed by India are becoming models for the world with RuPay and UPI are not just a low-cost and highly secure technology, but it is India's identity in the world.
भारत जिस तरह डिजिटल करेंसी में आगे बढ़ रहा है वो भी अभूतपूर्व है। आजादी के 75वें वर्ष में डिजिटल तरीके से 75,000 करोड़ ट्रांजैक्शन ये बताता है कि यूपीआई का विस्तार कितना व्यापक हो चुका है। रुपे और यूपीआई सिर्फ कम लागत और अत्यधिक सुरक्षित टेक्नोलॉजी पर नहीं है, बल्कि ये दुनिया में हमारी पहचान है। इसे लेकर इनोवेशन की अपार संभावनाएं हैं। यूपीआई पूरी दुनिया के लिए फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन और एम्पावरमेंट का माध्यम बने। हमें इसके लिए मिलकर के काम करना है।
Mr. Modi also emphasized the need to increase awareness about getting a copy of the bill that will benefit the nation in return. In Meghalaya, Conrad K Sangma has been sworn in as the Chief Minister of the state for the second consecutive term. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other BJP senior leaders attended the swearing-in ceremony. Meghalaya Governor Fagu Chauhan administered the oath of office in secrecy at a grand ceremony held at Shillong this morning. This is the second time that the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance 2.0 came into power after the NPP garnered support from the BJP, UDP, PDF, HSPDP and a few independents. Alexander Lalu Hek, Dr. Amparin Lingdo, Paul Lingdo and Komingon Umbon took oath as ministers in the 12-member new NPP-led Meghalaya cabinet. In Nagaland, Neiphiu Rio was sworn in as the Chief Minister for the 5th term at the capital Cultural Hall, Kohima this afternoon in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The NDPP-BJP alliance won a thumping majority of 37 seats in the 60 assembly constituencies. This will be the second consecutive term for the NDPP-BJP alliance to form the government in Nagaland. In Himachal Pradesh, 5 migrant labourers were killed while 3 others seriously injured when an uncontrolled speeding Innova car hit them at Dharampur in Solan district this morning. 2 critically injured people have been referred to PGI Chandigarh. According to the reports, the speeding car ran over 9 labourers going on work, out of which 5 died on the spot. The labourers were of residents of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Police have registered a case after detaining the driver and started investigation. CBI today questioned former Railway Minister and RJD Chief Lalu Prasad in land for job scams case. Sources said a team of investigating agency arrived at the residence of RJD MP Misa Bharti in New Delhi this morning to question Lalu Prasad. Yesterday, CBI had questioned former Bihar Chief Minister Rabri Devi at a residence in Patna. In the case, it has been alleged that appointments were made in the railways in return for land gifted and sold to the RJD chief family when he was the railways minister during UPA rule. 13 photographers have been conferred with the National Photography Awards in various categories at a function in New Delhi. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Dr. L. Murugan today gave away the awards. Photojournalist Sipra Das has been honoured with Lifetime Achievement Award. 6 photographers each were conferred in the category of Award for Professional Photography and Award for Amateur Photographers. Addressing the gathering after giving away the awards, Minister of State Dr. L. Murugan said that India is rising and it is fastest growing major economy in the world. He added that G20 meetings are being held under India's presidency across the country and its rich cultural heritage is reaching the world. Dr. Murugan said the country's brilliant photographers can play an important role in taking this heritage to the world.
We are now fastest growing major economy in the world. We are hosting the G20 meeting across the country. India proudly celebrates her glorious past and her cultural ethos. Our rich cultural heritage is unique in the world. Our brilliant photographers can play an important role taking this beauty to the world and make others aware of our great cultural capital.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The first ever joint military exercise between the Indian and French Army, Fringex 23, begins at Pangode Military Station, Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. This exercise is focused on humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. The joint exercise will further strengthen defence cooperation with France, which is a key aspect of the overall Indo-France strategic partnership. A report.
The commander of the Pangode military base inaugurated the joint military exercise today. The maiden joint military exercise that began today will continue till tomorrow. It is for the first time that French and Indian Army are engaging in this format with each contingent comprising a company group. The exercise is aimed at enhancing interoperability, coordination and cooperation between both forces at tactical level. The exercise is unique in its concept and participation with largest ever contingent being fielded by the Thiruvananthapuram-based Indian Army troops and the French 6th Light Armoured Brigade. The theme of the exercise is based on humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations in a contested environment. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Indian Navy has successfully undertaken medium-range surface-to-air missile MRSAM firing from INS Visakhapatnam, validating capability to engage anti-ship missiles. The MRSAM was jointly developed by Defence Research and Development Organisation, DRDO, and Israeli Aerospace Industries at Bharat Dynamics Limited. In a tweet, the Indian Navy said it reflects its commitment to Atmanirbhar Bharat. BJP today accused Congress leader Rahul Gandhi of insulting India's democracy, polity, parliament, judicial system and strategic security through his speech in London. Briefing media in New Delhi, party spokesperson Ravi Shankar Prasad alleged when people in the country are not listening to him, he goes abroad and says democracy in India is in danger. He termed Mr. Gandhi's reported remarks that America and Europe must intervene in India to restore democracy as irresponsible. He alleged that the Congress leader tried to hurt the spirit of India's consensus on the subject that no foreign country should intervene in India's internal affairs. Celebration of Holi has begun in many parts of Uttar Pradesh. In Braj region, Holi is celebrated with religious fervour. Different types of Holi including Latmar Holi, Fulo ki Holi, Laddumar Holi is part of the month-long Holi celebration in Mathura, Vrindavan, which starts from Vasant Panchami itself. More from a correspondent.
CM and head priest of the Gorakhnath temple, Yogi, stressed on the need to uphold the spirit of festival and at the same time not to allow any unhealthy practice in the celebration. He appealed people to not put colors on religious places or against the will of anyone. He urged them to maintain communal harmony. In Brij region, Holi is celebrated with religious fervor. Different types of Holi including Latmar Holi, Phoolon ki Holi, Laddumar Holi is part of the month-long Holi celebration in Mathura, Vrindavan, which starts from Vasant Panchami itself. Widows from ashrams in Vrindavan played Holi with flowers and gulal at the Gopinath temple, defying a custom that forbids them from celebrating the festival of colors. In Varanasi, in view of the decisions of Sri Kasi Vidgat Parishad and other religious authorities, Kasi area celebrated Holi on 7th March, while outside the limits of Kasi, Holi will be celebrated on March 8. Om Avasthi, AIR News, Lucknow.
Holi, the festival of colors, will be celebrated tomorrow across the country. In the national capital, to ensure safe Holi celebrations, Delhi Traffic Police has made elaborate arrangements for the safety of pedestrians and motorists on the road. On the occasion of Holi, Delhi metro services will also not be available till 2:30 p.m. on all lines, including Rapid Metro and Airport Express line. Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe today told the Parliament that a letter of intent has been sent to the International Monetary Fund to seek approval from the board for a $2.9 billion bailout. He added that Sri Lanka received a letter from China yesterday giving assurances to support Sri Lanka's debt restructuring. The assurances come after over 45 days since India had given the financing assurances to the IMF. India was the first creditor nation to have extended such assurances, which was a prerequisite for the IMF package. Paris Club, of which Japan is a member, also extended similar assurances last month. The bailout is likely to help Sri Lanka in restoring macroeconomic stability and achieve debt sustainability. The 48-month program will be subject to approval by IMF board. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services today announced the expansion of premium processing of F1 visa applications for students seeking optional practical training. The premium processing of F1 visa will now be expanded to students of science, technology, engineering and mathematics streams or its extension seeking OPT. USCIS Director Dr. M. Jadhav said the availability of premium processing for certain F1 students, in addition to the ease of online filing, will streamline the immigration experience for a lot of international students. In the Women's Premier League, Delhi Capitals will meet UP Warriorz at the Dr. D.Y. Patil Sports Academy Stadium at Navi Mumbai this evening at 7:30. Last night, Mumbai Indians defeated Royal Challengers Bangalore by 9 wickets at the Brabourne Stadium in Mumbai. Chasing a target of 156 runs set by Royal Challengers Bangalore, Mumbai Indians overhauled the score, posting 159 runs for the loss of 1 wicket in 14.2 overs. Hayley Matthews was the top scorer with unbeaten knock of 77 runs, followed by net Shkiva Brandt with unbeaten 55 runs. Yastika Bhatia made 23 runs. From Royal Challengers Bangalore, the lone wicket was picked by Preeti Bose. Indian top shotgun trap shooters Miraj Ahmed Khan and Ganemat Shekhon will shoot 2 more rounds of the 25 targets today in the International Shooting Sports Federation World Cup Shotgun 2023, eyeing to claim one of the 8 qualifying spots. The shotgunners got off to a good start in the ISSF Campaign 2023 yesterday at Doha, Qatar. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government's financial inclusion policies made crores of people part of formal financial system, underlines increased tax base as proof of people's faith in government. Conrad K Sangma takes oath as Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Neiphiu Rio sworn in as Nagaland Chief Minister for 5th term. Indian Navy successfully tests medium-range surface-to-air missile from INS Visakhapatnam. Sipra Das gets Lifetime Achievement Honor in National Photography Awards Ceremony. And in Women's Premier League, Delhi Capitals to clash with UP Warriorz at Navi Mumbai this evening. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.